Hello everyone, Rhonda Gibson here with cardsforchrist.net, and today we are working on an alternative project from the Paper Pumpkin April 2020, and the name of it is My Wonderful Family. So we're making an alternative card. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and will be using Stampin' Up! Products along with the stuff that came with the kit. So let me show you what we're going to be using today. We are going to use, this is one of the card bases that came with the kit. It is a fun fold. I thought it was really cute, so I decided I had to make one more card alternative from it. We are using a 4x5 square piece of mint macaron, a 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece of whisper white, a scrap of whisper white. We are going to use the stamp set, and I just put the stamp set on this piece of paper because it's easier to see than to try to see the clear. So, that's funny, I stamped it on two sides. Anyway, so what we're going to use is we're going to use the tree trunk. Let me pull this out so it's not such a glare on you. Okay, we are going to use the tree trunk over here. We're going to use the tree top here, and we're going to use the sentiment, family where life begins and love never ends, which I think is a beautiful sentiment. So we're going to use that as well. Okay, so we're going to use those three stamps, and I have them already pre-mounted on my blocks so that you don't have to be bored with that. We are going to use the stamp pad Crumb Cake, which I really like because Crumb Cake's probably my favorite brown at the moment. I'm going to be using mint macaron for my sentiment, and I'm going to use the Rhinestone Basic Jewels as part of my bling. And I'm going to be using my real red, dark real red marker to color my bling. So I will show you how that works here in just a second. Then we're also going to use the white baker's twine as part of it. So it's not a hard card to do. It's very simple. I'm going to go ahead and get started so that you can see just how easy this goes together. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get my Snell. And you'll have to forgive me. I sound a little snuffy today. It's allergies. But I'm going to get my Snell. I'm moving that out of the way so I don't accidentally get on it. And I'm just going to put a couple of strips. Got a hair on there. Get that off there. And a little piece right in the center. On my other card, on my card that I practiced on, because, you know, I don't like to just come on camera and do it because I inevitably will mess up even worse than normal. But I put that down. And then I want to go ahead and stamp on both pieces of this. Now, the first thing I want to do is we're going to have to do a little bit of fussy cutting on the tree trunk. So I'm going to move my base out of the way. I'm going to just set it off here to the side. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my base, which is the trunk. It's the trunk of the tree. So I'm calling it the base of the tree, and I don't know why. Just sounded good, I guess. What I love about these is you can see through it, and you can see that you can really ink it up good. And since it is going to get cut out, I'm going to just kind of, I'm hoping you can y'all see what I'm doing? Let me scoot some of this over. Okay, I'm just going to stamp it down and hold it. Remember, I press down to the count of 10, and the reason for that, if you've been watching me, you already know this, but the reason for that is so that the ink can absorb into the paper better. So I just press it for a little bit. Okay, it's okay, but I'd like it a little darker. What I love about the photopolymer is you can ink it up again. You can actually see and line that right back up and press it down again and make it even darker. So that's what I'm doing. I have a piece of grid paper underneath here, so all right, there's my tree trunk. Oh, you know what I forgot to bring over here was my scrub. Oh no, there she is. My it'll come to me in a minute. Simply Chamois, not my scrub, my Simply Chamois. And you guys know I love the Simply Chamois. You just gently do this, and voila, you have a clean block. So I'm going to turn that back over. Okay, that's all we need the crumb cake for, so I'm going to put that away. I'm going to get my mint macaron out, and I'm going to get my other piece of paper. While I'm stamping, I figure I might as well just do it all at once. Almost all of it. I'm going to save my, well, yeah, I'll do it all at once. Why not, right? Okay, so I want to do the sentiment first because I want to make sure that I leave enough room at the bottom of my white paper, which, by the way, this is Whisper white cardstock. I want to make sure that it gets a good stamp, and then I want my tree to be above it, so I want to make sure that I leave enough room for the tree. And last time when I was playing with this, I did the tree first and I didn't leave enough room for my sentiment. So I decided to do the sentiment first, very pretty, and do the tree last so that I could see. So there we go. All right, got that taken care of. Now I'm going to grab my tree top, and I'm really pushing it down in there because I would like for it to come out really pretty and crisp, and you can kind of see through there. I don't know if you guys can see as well as I can. So we're going to get it up underneath here, and I'm going to put it pretty close to the top because I want my trunk to be able to get in there too. There we go. I'm going to push it, push it, push it. Earlier I did 2 of these because I liked it a little bit darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting. And I pulled it up, and that's pretty good. I would like it a little darker. So again, because these are clear, I could be using my Stamparatus, and that would be a lot more adjacent. But the nice thing about this too is it is a tree, so if I get it off just a little bit, it just looks like the leaves are where they're supposed to be, right? Okay, let's see what we did. Much darker. I like that. Okay, so we're going to leave that. Need to clean it off. All right, it's clean. Set that there. Set that there. We're done with our stamping. So I'm going to close this up, or I'll have mint macaron fingers. I'm going to cut this out really quick. Nice thing about this, even though I have to fussy cut it, it is small enough and easy enough. I can just whiz right through it, and it won't take very much time, and hopefully it won't take up too much of your time. And guys, I have misplaced my silicone mats. I have 2, and I can't find either one of them. So today we're going to use another. I got out one of my paper pumpkin blocks. I really don't want any of that white to show on my trunk. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just trimming away the white. I don't like that white showing. Okay, so there's our little trunk. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I'm going to get it. I'm going to take this clear D block that we get in our paper pumpkin kit. When you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, the first box you get a free D block, which is really cool. And I'm using it to put my glue on. And so you can see I got a little bit of that on there, but it just wipes off like so. And if it doesn't wipe off as easily as you'd like for it to, you can turn around and you can run it under warm water and it washes right off. So works for me. Okay, so we're going to put our trunk down real quick like that. So far I'm loving it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on here. I want to use Stampin' Dimensionals to kind of pop it up just a little bit. I don't want the little ones though. The kit comes with little ones, but I want bigger ones because I'm doing this bigger piece of paper, and if I use the little ones, we would be here for a little bit. And I just don't want to. The nice thing about the Stampin' Dimensionals is that they're fairly inexpensive. It is $4 for 300 of them, which that little hair is just really sticking to everything. It was on the other side a while ago. Get off there. And believe it or not, that one was one of mine. Anyway, I'm using quite a few of them just because I don't want it to slide down and fall. like in the middle. I hate when I have a card and I start to mess with it and I can feel the give in the middle of the card. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just pulling the backings off of these. These are very easy to get the backings off. You can just use your fingers. I've seen some people use their take your pick tools, and that works too, but it's just faster for me just to use my fingers to pull them off. Okay, so I'm trying to line it up to where there's just a small little edge. So far, so good, right? I'll throw away my scraps here. Don't need this right now. I'm going to put it up there by the twine because I will need it with my twine. Don't need this glue unless I don't have any glue dots, and I might need that glue. Okay, here's a trick that you can do with your Stampin' blends. If you have the basic rhinestones, you can see I've already colored a red, a blue, a green, and another green. But I need red because I want my little tree to be an apple tree. So I'm going to color about 7 or 8 of these, and as you can see, it doesn't take very long to color them. You just go over them like you would anything else, and you can make them a little darker. Once it dries, you can go back over again if you want to and make them a little darker. I'm not too picky today. I'm just gently coloring them. And there we go. That was quick and easy, right? It's one of the benefits of Stampin' blends. If you're wondering what I'm doing now, I'm just blowing on it so I can blow off just make sure it's dry. Okay, they're dry. See, you don't see any red on my finger. No red on that finger either. There for a second, I was like, do I have red on there? Can't tell. Okay, I like my putty one, my putty take your pick tool for this, but I left it on the other table and I don't want to just jump up and go get it. So I'm going to use this and we're going to pick them off. I've also seen people just use their fingers to pick them off. I have yet to figure out how they do that because I still can't get a hold of them. It could be because I don't have the fingernails that they do. But I'm just randomly putting these anywhere. You could do the same thing with yours. They don't have to be exactly like mine. That's the beauty of being a crafter. It doesn't want to... See if I can... There we go. I got it to stick. See if I can get it to stick on there now. There we go. Woohoo! And I've got about 4 of them on there so far. Come on. See, that's why I like the putty knife, is because you can just slide it and you can get them to go wherever you want them to go. I want one at the top for sure. So I'm just going to poke him at the top. I need one over here too, don't I? I think so. I think I do. I think I do. Come on, guys. Don't be contrary. Sometimes you can get them to stick to the top of your finger, which is what I did a while ago. I got it to stick. Very precautiously get it off. There we go. Let's see. I think that's pretty good. I could add a couple more, but I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I can save that one for later. And I need to finish it off with my bow. And I'm going to make the bow, I'm going to use the rabbit ears. I am not the best bow maker, but I have discovered I can make rabbit ears, and if I make them big enough, it's pretty easy to make a bow with the baker's twine. You just pull it through, and then you can make them as big or as little as you want. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And the nice thing about having it on here is I don't waste any of this, and it's kind of like an anchor. It helps me hold it down, which I really like to do. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to clip that off there. I may take off more on my tails later. I'm looking in I don't think I have any little glue dots over here. Let's see if I have any on this side. I moved a bunch of my stuff over to my workstation, and this is where I do my filming. So I am going to get that block out again. And actually, I don't need the block. I'll just do it on the card itself. And I'll just put a little bit of snail right here on the trunk of this tree. Ha-ha! It worked! Y'all couldn't see it, I'm sure, because the camera didn't pick it up. But I can also take and move it just a little bit, kind of make it into a little ball. And that way it's not making my card sticky. And then I can just push my bow down. And there is our finished card. What do you think, guys? Do you love it? I love it. These are the cards I've made so far. Oops, let's see, where's the other two at? Here we go. These are the cards I've made so far. This one is an original Stampin' Up! Card that you get when you get your kit. This is one of the cards that you would have made. And I do have a video that says, I think it says reveal on it, that shows you how to make both of these cards. These are the two cards that came with the kit, exactly the way it is. The only thing I added to these is I added the Whisper White, I added a piece of the mint macaron, and I did the white twine, baker's twine, and then these are the basic jewels. They're called Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and all I did was take and color it with the real red. So how cool is that? But we have now 3 cards. If you will join me again tomorrow, I'll have another card reveal. We are going to make 5 alternatives. So this is my first alternative, and you don't have to have the red. You could have made green apples, yellow apples, no apples at all. You could have just left it like it is. You could have used the birds that come. There's butterflies and birds that come in your kit, so you could have used those instead if you'd have wanted to. But that's one of my alternatives for right now. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in joining Paper Pumpkin, this is the way you subscribe. It's on the top one. This one here is incorrect. I changed I'm actually going to just mark through that because I keep forgetting to take it off. But it is now Rhonda Gibson at stampinup.net. And you can join my team there if you want to, or you could just leave off the join now and you could just go and shop if you wanted to. Everything I use today will be in the descriptions below on YouTube. And I hope that if you haven't ever seen my videos before, and if you liked them, that you will subscribe, hit the bell, so that you'll get notifications later whenever I do come live, like when I come live tomorrow and the next couple of days. You'll get that live. And tomorrow I will be doing a second video. I'm going to be doing 2 videos tomorrow. One is going to reveal what the retired items are for the Stampin' Up! Catalog, and then another Paper Pumpkin alternative for April. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you won't miss a thing. Okay guys? Until next time, bye-bye. Come on, little mousey, get over there. There we go.